It's 2023, and yet again, time for another top 5 best police games on Roblox. We're gonna go all in today. On place number 5, we have ERLC, or in longer terms, Emergency Response Liberty County. For the police, this game is really awesome. I think most of you already know about this game, but you have quite a selection of different uniforms as on the police team. There is an immense amount of gear, so you will have everything that you need in order to capture the suspects in the city. If you buy the SWAT game pass, you even get access to police SWAT vests, helmets, battering rams, etc. So the SWAT game pass is really cool. There's also quite some guns you can choose from. Basically anything here is good against your enemies. However, I do not like ERLC's guns at all. Just look at this. They don't look quite realistic, honestly. I know it's realistic that the glass breaks, but that's honestly it. Yes, the gun sounds, they are realistic, but I do not like the guns in this game. When it comes to selecting a car, this is honestly my favorite feature of all of them, because there are so many police cars you can choose from. And not only that, you can actually change packages, and you can customize the police cars. Look at this. Team accessories, and you can put on the light bar you would like. So if you would like the enforced light bar, then you put that on. There's so much more as well. You can even put on antennas. This is a super cool feature because this makes your police car look more realistic. Just look at this. How cool isn't this? Let's not forget about the ELS. In ERLC, you can turn on the ELS down here in the right corner. And honestly, isn't this so cool? You can also press X to turn on the lights. There are spotlights on all different sides. Purely awesome if you want to take down a criminal. There are traffic lights. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? This is super cool. The sirens are pretty good as well. You can either turn on auto, wail, yelp, priority, or hold in man in order to get this sound. This is basically for pulling people over. And also with your spotlight, you can actually turn it around to whichever direction you would like it to be. Also, there's an ALPR system you can put on the car, which makes you able to track down how fast people are driving. Super cool stuff. This game has an amazing MTD, which you must log into. In here, you can view active calls, search record, view most wanted, show call map, and request air support. The helicopter is such a cool feature in this game. We also have a radar gun. You can set up a radar perimeter. You got a citation book, and this actually works. You can actually give people tickets and warnings through this. The handcuffs are really awesome, and then you obviously gotta have a flashlight
in case you get attacked by a bear.
On the 4th place of this list, we have Emergency Hamburg. This game is such an amazing Roblox game, and you definitely have to check this one out. Just watch the animations when opening a door. Isn't that amazing? Well, if you want to become a cop in this game, you gotta get to the police station, then you walk up to this policeman, and you basically press E. Now you will see all this. There are 4 different things you can choose from. The patrol police, which is completely free, and there's traffic police, which you need to have at least 800 XP in order to join, and there's undercover police, which is a game pass, and SEK, which is basically the German equivalent to SWAT, which is also a game pass. You basically just press start shift, now you're on that team. You automatically get all the gear you need, but there's also a locker room over here in which you can change gear and stuff. In here you can find guns, radar guns, police tape, tasers, stop sticks, warning beacons, snipers, anything you need. The guns look super good in this game, but they are not made for first person. In first person, this is what they look like, and this is not really good. The Glock does look a little better though, but in first person, no, it does not really look good at all. But really amazing guns, and I think these guns look better than ERLC's. The police tape is awesome because it really works fine as it should. So simple to use, and you can easily remove it by pressing E. There are handcuffs, batons, even halt signs, which basically just means stop. And obviously the flashlight in case you get a call in a dark alley. The taser works really well in this game, and I really like it. If you want to spawn a police car, you head to the vehicles section, and you basically press E here as well. Now you can choose from all of these different police cars, but some of them take some time to actually unlock. I do own a few of these, but honestly, this one is so cool. The Bearcat. Look at this beast. With the ELS on, it basically looks like this, and this is so amazing. So in this game, you press F in order to turn the ELS on, and you press R and T to get the sirens going. I highly recommend that you check this game out because this is such an amazing game. It has great animations, and it's such a simple game to understand. Once you learn all the mechanics, it isn't hard playing this game. I highly recommend this game. If you're into roleplay, then you're gonna love this game. Trust me on this one. This is NW Norfolk. When playing this game, you're not allowed to run around alone as a police officer. Well, you're allowed to drive around alone, but you aren't allowed to just do whatever you like. like. First of all, in order to get whatever gear you want, you're gonna have to join different sections. So here you can see incident response. So people that are in that group are the only ones allowed to use this gear. I am honestly not in any group right now because I was so inactive, but you can see all the gear over here. You can also become a traffic officer, and this is the gear they use. There's also armed police, etc. Just look at this, isn't this awesome? Well, as I mentioned, this is a game in which you must really roleplay in. In order to get through the police doors, you must use a key card because else they won't open. Here are all the different spawners for all the different police divisions. There's dog support, unmarked police, firearms division, roads policing, and frontline policing. You can see all these different cars. And yes, this is a UK based roleplay game if you didn't notice already. Now all the different spawners have different cars, as you can see here. This is frontline policing right here, and they have a lot of different cars, which is just so awesome. If you look at the firearms division, their cars are quite different as well, and the unmarked division obviously only has unmarked vehicles. Now I must talk to this admin right here because I'm probably doing something illegal right now. Alright, well, as you can see, the dog support, they only have one car. But honestly, this is such an amazing game. Now, since the cars are so good, I want to showcase one of them. We're going to take something simple. Alright, I'm going to add this moderator right here. So now, for the police cars, as you can tell, they are pretty amazing. Let me showcase one of them. So as you can see, you can turn the lights on by pressing J 3 times. Well, for the stage 3 lighting, obviously. On the right side, you can see all the different selections, such as sirens, on scene, rear reds, which is basically for some situations only, air horn, pretty awesome, and 360 blues. This is really amazing. This dude is also very confused on what's going on right now. All these mods are like, what are we mastering here? Shout out to all of them though. So as you can see, the communications or radio is actually up here in the left corner. You can activate it by pressing B or pressing this. You can give your own location, and you can go into whichever radio channel you want. There's quite some special ones in here. There's even Coast Guard apparently. Now down here you let the other units know if you're on duty, you're busy, or if you're off duty. And here you can see all the calls. So if there's a fire alarm, you can claim it right here and you can respond to it. And this is really cool. Now for the gear, you got a baton, really cool stuff. You get a PAVA spray, which is basically a pepper spray. You got police tape, which also works, which is great. You see down there. You press R to remove it. You have some cool cuffs. You got some cones, which you can also place down. You can recall them by pressing that. And I also got a taser and even spike strips. This is insane. Now you basically lay them down like this on the road, and once a person drives over them, bam, their tires are gone. Now on the second place, we have a game called Dimas, which is made by the same developers that made Victor Valley. Now, as many of you know, Victor Valley is one of the biggest roleplay games on Roblox, and it's a great police game as well. I love playing that game, and I think Dimas is gonna be even better than it. Currently, you cannot play Dimas, but once it releases, I can assure you it's probably gonna be a lot better than Victor Valley. So that's why I'm gonna put it on the second place of this list, even though it's not even here yet. I've seen the map, and the map is great, and you're gonna love it because who doesn't love role playing in a new roleplay game? Now we don't know much about Dimas, but we know it's gonna be released probably in 2023, and it's not gonna be free at first, but it's gonna be worth checking out in the future. So yes, highly recommend this game. As we all know, these are pretty good developers, so this game is most likely gonna be a great roleplay game. And I've already seen some sneak peeks, and I can assure you that this game is better than you might expect. I believe we're gonna have a lot of fun times playing the game, at least anyone with a decent computer. And I know I will have 100 comments in the comment section asking me whether this game will be available on mobile or not. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't believe it's ever gonna be available on mobile. First of all, mobile devices are a lot smaller, meaning that it's probably gonna lag if you play the game. Second of all, you don't even have all the buttons to press because the screen is too small to fit everything. Third of all, I don't think role-playing on mobile is that easy actually. I've played a few mobile-based roleplay games, but I have almost not seen a single person roleplaying one of those games. So that is the general reason why most of these realistic roleplay games aren't released on mobile, and I'm sorry to give it to you. But let's get more into this game, Dimas. This game has some amazing looking cars, buildings, UI, anything you can possibly think of, this game has. The police cars seem pretty custom made. They've added some new police cars, which I really haven't seen before, and that is super cool to see. Dimas is actually based in LA County, so you're probably not going to be too shocked about the liveries. Well, they are the usual California based black and white, but I really like those simple liveries and they look really cool in my opinion. You can actually join up their Discord server and share some suggestions if you want to, because this game is, as I mentioned, not even finished yet. It's being developed right as we speak. So you can share your suggestions with the owner, or not the owner, but the developers, and they can probably implement some of them. One person actually suggested adding working dash cams and body cams for LEO teams. That would be very cool, but I honestly don't know how they would manage to create something like that, because what I believe you're thinking right now is that they're gonna have a platform where all files from cameras being recorded in game is transported onto, so you can watch the footage from yourself in game as a cop. That would be really cool, like having a dash cam. Let's say you get into a car accident, then you have dash cam footage of that. Well, I can see that being a thing, but I don't know how easily it's gonna be implemented as a thing. As of right now, we don't have much info about the game itself. What I know is that it's a great game. You can actually buy it right now and go check the map out, but if you're gonna do that, then remember that you're wasting some Robux, and you're gonna help out the development, of course, but you're not gonna be able to roleplay in the game for a long time. I would like to see your opinion on this game. In my opinion, this is gonna be a great new game. Hopefully they keep Victor Valley up as well. That would be the best thing, because I know not everyone will like this game, and maybe they would like to play Victor Valley as well, like a nostalgic thing. But it's up to you, the development team. You do what you do best. You develop some awesome stuff that people are gonna like. One thing I do know about this game is that Dimas release is right around the corner. They themselves said that more info will be released as we get closer and closer. Yeah, that's understandable. I'm just excited to see some new stuff happen, and you know, in a new roleplay game there's gonna be new roleplays, and it's gonna be really cool. One thing I'm not excited about though is learning all the areas in a new game. I've had some hard times learning areas in other roleplay games before, such as Victor Valley, because the map was so huge, and the same thing in many other roleplay games. And since I play so many different games, I keep forgetting all the locations, so it's gonna take a long time for me to learn where to go during calls and stuff. But that's up to me to learn myself. I'm not gonna get that onto you all. Now on number 1 we have LawCountry. This game is incredibly good. Now for this one, we still don't have much gameplay footage because it's in such early access. You cannot currently play it, but a small part of the map was actually showcased not too long ago. I sadly missed that event because I was out here in the forest, but this game is gonna take over Roblox, and it is actually one of the best optimized games I've ever seen. It has some of the best details possible, and everything just looks so good, even though the game does not even lag on a 10-year-old laptop. Many users who checked the game out once it was showcased actually had no lag at all, even on old computers. That's just pure proof that this game is gonna be amazing, and I've seen OMB gaming in this, meaning this is gonna be a big roleplay game. So for the police side of the story, I don't know much, but I can showcase some old footage I have. Enjoy. Honestly, looking at these photos, I just got myself a reminder how good the game truly is, and I'm so hyped, and I'm looking so much forward to the release of this game. Sadly, it's not completely finished yet. They're still working on some things. It's missing some things, but honestly, once everything is put in the game, this is gonna be an absolutely amazing game. And yesterday, I believe it was, they changed ownership. So Bablito-san, he actually stepped down from his position because he didn't have time with the game any longer. But that doesn't mean the game stopped being developed on, because now the actual head developer of the game is the one that owns the game, which itself is pretty good. But Bablito-san, you were a real G. Hopefully you have a good time outside of LawCountry as well. I'm really looking forward to 2023, and hopefully they will release the game that year. I'm thinking the same. They should be able to release the game. I know they are still waiting for that core system to come in. I cannot exactly say what it is because it's kind of classified, but I know what it is. But they're still waiting for it to come in. Sometimes development takes a little longer than expected. I actually think it was really good that they did not release LawCountry the last summer, because this game is still not exactly finished. And what do I mean by that? Well, the game itself is missing a lot of buildings, police cars, etc. There are some things that this game still is missing. So I think everyone should really support this development. You can do that by, I don't know, tipping them, giving them like 100 Robux or something, just to help out the development process. And I can assure you that this game is really worth waiting for. So if you want to help out, then make sure to do so, because this is going to be 2023's most realistic roleplay game, and that's for sure. Remember that there's only a few people working on the game, so the process isn't that fast, and that's completely understandable. Big development companies, they usually have like 10 guys working on the same game. Everything goes quickly. and fast. These guys are like 4, and then of course means that it's gonna take longer to make the game. But remember, quality always goes over quantity, because this game is really focusing on the quality side of perspective. I really like that. And I know I'm gonna have a bunch of people in the comment section saying how ERLC is the best roleplay game. Well, when you say that ERLC is the best RP game, do you mean in a quality perspective, or do you mean a lag-free game? That's my honest question to you. Do you love ERLC so much because it's lag-free and it works on basically any device, or do you love ERLC because it's high of quality? I'm honestly gonna have to give a guess on this, and I'm gonna say because it's lag free. Some of these games that are really good roleplay games, they are not completely lag free. They have very large maps, they have a lot of detail put into them, making them lag a little bit on some devices. And that's understandable because every device cannot handle such a game. Those are usually the most fun roleplay games, in fact, because there's so much to do in those games and they look so good. It feels like you're driving around in a real town, and that's just amazing. The feeling is amazing. It doesn't matter if I'm in the forest right now sitting on a stone, but I'm gonna say this. I saw the photos, I know what the photos are, they were amazing, and y'all are gonna love this game. No matter what you say, you're gonna love this game. If you're looking for the next best roleplay game on Roblox, and this is your best bet, I'm gonna guess that this is gonna be the biggest competitor to UKRP, because I'm getting the feeling that it really might be. Now, it's up to LawCountry here if they wanna be better than the other roleplay games, or if they wanna be on the same level as them. And what do I mean by that? Well, what guns are they gonna be using? Are they gonna be using the ACS gun kit, or are they gonna make their own custom made one? I usually do not like the custom made ones, honestly, but when I look at LawCountry, I get the feeling that it's a great qualitative roleplay game, and that must mean that they're gonna at least get first person weapons. I do not think third person view on weapons look good at all. It feels like you're outside your body shooting people, and it does generally not feel good at all. Guns should be in first person in qualitative games, honestly, and I feel like they should try to make their guns unique enough that people actually feel some kind of difference in them. If you take a look at ERLC, I do not like their guns at all. Their guns are absolute garbage. I'm sorry people, but that's my honest opinion on this. But if you take a look at UKRP, for example, they have some of the best guns you can get out there, and I really love that. Guns actually play a bigger role in roleplay games than you might think, because so many people get mad if you use the wrong gun engine. There are plenty of cool gun engines out there. There's the Alpha engine, there's ACS, there's the Carbon engine, there's a lot of them. But honestly, going for a custom-made version of the guns usually does not end well, because you aren't as experienced as these guys making those big engines, because they are literally qualified gun makers in Roblox. But honestly, if you're still watching at this point, please leave a comment down below saying what you think of this game, and also leave some ideas for the developers, because I know you can help out a lot in this development. The part of the map they showcased yesterday is not the whole map, that was just a part of the map, and honestly, that's so cool. It's really cool that they even showcased a small portion of the map, because now people can get a general understanding of what the game is gonna look like. I really got stuck on one thing, and that's the low quality and high quality levels that you can change in the settings menu, I believe it was. So basically, for low end devices, you can actually turn on the low quality setting, and that makes your game lag less, and it makes the game look worse, obviously. But the high quality setting is so beautiful because you literally see every detail. It's almost like you're having shaders on, but it isn't actually shaders. But guys, I think I'm gonna end the video there. If you have any questions, then let me know in the comment section down below, and I will make sure to try and answer all of them. And yeah, that was it for this video. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year. See you in the next one.